With a free press comes great responsibility. And a key part of that responsibility is to get the story right, to stay impartial, objective, and just report the facts. Period. But they want to have it their way. Staunch and incessant activist for the Clinton campaign, mainstream media has been and still is assuming the role of the poor, helpless, innocent, offended victim as Trump and his administration refuses to back down from calling it like it is. Mainstream media is fake news.
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
The media, much of the media, not all of it, is very, very dishonest. Honestly, it's fake news. It's fake. They make things up.
Oh, what's that? You disagree with my statement that fake stream media operated as activists, promoters, and backers of the Clinton campaign? Then you need to pay close attention to this.
She's on her way to deciding.
We'll see.
About deciding.
We couldn't help her any more than we have.
I know.
You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign. We couldn't help her any more than we have.
I know.
You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign.
Did you hear that? Let that sink in for a second. The Wicked Witch of the East got a free ride from the media, and they admit to being the biggest ones promoting Clinton's campaign. And they still lost. And it wasn't just the fact that mainstream media dishonestly promoted known criminal Hillary Clinton. Virtually every network gave Donald Trump absolutely no chance of winning the nomination, let alone the election.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
The debate isn't about, so when we're analyzing this, the debate is never about, can Trump win the election? The standard has now been reduced to, can Trump make it through the next 4 weeks without getting removed from the ticket?
Hillary Clinton has a 100% chance of winning, so that means that
certain.
no scenario that we could lay out to get Donald Trump to 270 electoral votes.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Trump, I don't believe, is going to be the party's nominee, and if he is, he's going to get crushed by Hillary Clinton, and I wanted to point that out.
This guy's a joke.
No, because you're basically, the product matters here, and he's a flawed product. I mean, that's again where my confidence comes in. This guy, in my view, is not going to be elected president.
Well, I make of it the fact that that Mr. Trump is a serious candidate for the Republican nomination, is so stupendously, incredibly idiotic, I can't even get my hands around it or my head around it. Why on earth would we be considering him as a serious presidential candidate?
Drop out. Simply drop out and tell America this entire candidacy was a stunt.
Donald Trump should drop out.
The Fox News decision desk has called Pennsylvania for Donald Trump. This means that Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States, winning the most unreal, surreal election we have ever seen.
Right now, a historic moment. We can now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Donald Trump wins the presidency.
Against this backdrop of a dishonest media who conspired to get a criminal into the White House, listen to Chris Wallace as he has the gall to ask Kellyanne Conway how offensive it is to be called fake news by Trump and his administration.
I want to ask you about one other issue, and that is the president's relationship with the press. Here is what he had to say about that this week.
The media, much of the media, not all of it, is very, very dishonest. Honestly, it's fake news. It's fake. They make things up.
And Chief Strategist Steve Bannon went much further. Quote, the media should be embarrassed and humiliated and keep its mouth shut and just listen for a while. But Bannon wasn't finished. The media has zero integrity, zero intelligence, and no hard work. You're the opposition party, not the Democratic Party. You're the opposition party. Kellyanne, do you understand how offensive that is?
I understand how offensive it was to never be taken seriously that Donald Trump could be elected president. On great days, we were ignored. On most days, we were mocked.
A lot of us reported on it fairly, and that's a different issue.
No, it is the issue because it extends into this presidency, Chris. You can't put a piece of tissue paper between the way Donald Trump was covered as the Republican candidate, the Republican nominee, the president-elect, and the president. It's all the same. It is an anti-Trump screed. It is completely disrespectful to the office of the president. Why? Look at what happened this week. Nobody's interested in learning the policies. It's just
I've
a
been
string
asking
of
you about
sound
policies today. I asked you about the vetting. I asked you about Mexico.
Yes, and
I asked you about the Supreme Court. All of those are legitimate questions.
Yes, not every network and every print outlet is created equally in this. But if you read people's Twitter feeds, that crap would never pass editorial muster in a newspaper or on your TV show on your network here, nor should it. And so the idea that tweets are my own, really at 10:45 a.m. while you're walking out of the place where you work,
all I would say
tweets
is,
are not your own.
Much to the dismay of some of the people here, Fox, I don't tweet.
Look, this is not necessarily about...
Let me get to, if I may, to the real point. Politicians complain about bad press. I think you have some legitimate complaints about bad press. The First Amendment protects the press. We are in the Constitution, and it is offensive, quite frankly, to have folks, any politician, but folks who have been in the White House for a week lecture us about what we should and shouldn't do and that we should keep our mouths shut.
Well, no, I think what my colleague
Steve
Steve Bannon is saying is, why don't you talk less and go listen to America more? Because let me tell you something. I know what he meant. I work with him every day. The media failed to learn America. Donald Trump proved something that the media failed to do, which is he understood America. The idea that we were never taken seriously in places like Pennsylvania
to say we have zero intelligence, zero integrity, and that we should keep our mouths shut is offensive.
I think it's called listen more. And let me just say something that else happens. It's the way that everything is cherry-picked. Biased media coverage is easy to detect. It frankly helped us because this was such an elite rejection election where the establishment, the elites were all rejected by the voters. It turns out there are a heck of a lot more of them than us, Chris, and that's how we won. Why is that relevant? It's relevant because people, who's cleaning house? Which one is going to be the first network to get rid of these people who said things that just weren't true? Talk about fake news, talk about alternative facts. What happened last week? I went on 3 network Sunday shows. I spoke for 35 minutes on 3 network Sunday shows. You know what got picked? The fact that I said alternative facts, not the fact that I ripped a new one to some of those hosts for never covering the facts that matter to America's women, the 16.1 million women in poverty as we sit here, the 12.4 million women who have no health insurance. Everybody should feel outraged. The billions of dollars we have spent as a nation on public education, only to have millions of kids trapped in schools that fail them and never really promote and protect their intelligence and prepare them for the world as they all deserve. They shouldn't be restricted by the zip code where they live. They should be lifted up. This has all been a colossal failure, and nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about, it's always zing, it's always playing gotcha. There's no question that when you look at the contributions made by the media, money contributions, they went to Hillary Clinton. We have all the headlines. People should feel embarrassed. Not one network person has been let go. Not one silly political analyst and pundit who talked smack all day long about Donald Trump has been let go. They're on panels every Sunday. They're on cable news every day. Who's the first editorial writer? Where's the first blogger that will be let go that embarrassed his or her outlets? We know all their names. I'm too polite to call them out by name, but they know who they are, and they're all wondering will I be the first to go. The election was 3 months ago. None of them have been let go. If this were a real business, if the mainstream media were a thriving private sector business that actually turned a profit, which is not true of many of our newspapers, Chris, 20% of the people would be gone. They embarrassed. They failed to protect their shareholders and their board members and their colleagues. And yet we deal with them every single day. We turn the other cheek. If you're part of Team Trump, you walk around with these gaping, seeping wounds every single day. And that's fine. I believe in a full and fair press. I'm here every Sunday morning. I haven't slept in months. I believe in a full and fair press. But with a free press comes responsibility. And the responsibility is to get the story right. Biased coverage, easy to detect. Incomplete coverage, impossible to detect. That's my major grievance, is that the media they're not giving us complete coverage. President Trump has signed all these executive orders this week. He's met with these heads of state. He's done so many things to stimulate the economy, to boost wages, to create jobs. Where's the coverage?
Yeah, where is the coverage? The complete, impartial coverage befitting any honest journalist. Remember, journalism's job is to speak truth to power, not to sit at power's table, refill its glass, and laugh at its jokes. Where's the humility? Where are the real apologies for putting out a cesspool of dishonest and false information by this army of immoral journalists who are all too eager to do the bidding of their corporate masters? Leave your thoughts on this video for the world to see in the comments section below.
Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and share it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to see more videos like this, click that big red subscribe button down there, and as soon as I upload a video, you'll be one of the first to see it. If you want to support this channel, pick up one of these hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirts. You'll find the link in the description below, along with a plethora of other hard-hitting, high-impact designs. Remember, guys, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, and indifference to this notion is the means by which the people will secure their own oppression. Let's stop securing our own oppression, and let's start today. I'll see you guys in the next video.